Backlash just ended, and let me just tell you, me personally, I think from match to match to match, it was better than what we got at WrestleMania 41. But put your feelings down in the comments below. But before we end this video, drop a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, because I'm on the road to 500 subscribers. Really like it for the end, 2025. Anyway, let's hop into Backlash St. Louis 2025 review. So, let's start about the crowd. I really like this crowd, actually. This crowd was very energetic, was making noise all night long. And they popped for all the big spots and stuff like that. So I will give that very, very big dubs to St. Louis for showing out and showing that they're a good crowd in the United States. That's just me personally because I thought the crowd was loud enough. So yeah, I thought that was pretty cool. Anyway, let's get into the match. Next match, the first match of the night was the Fatal 4-Way match with LA Knight, Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, and the United States Champion, Jacob Fatu. This match, I didn't see the beginning of the match because I was busy all day and I wasn't even home when I was watching this. I had to watch this on my phone the entire show. And I caught the end of the match, which was like, okay, I caught the mid to end of the match, which I thought I probably caught the best part of the match, where they're all doing crazy stuff. Drew McIntyre hit Damian Priest with a Claymore, fell on LA Knight, had to pull Damian Priest off. Eventually, Drew McIntyre and Damian Priest hate each other so much they went into the crowd. They started brawling. They started fighting. Boom, 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 boom. Then they decided to almost try to do a suplex onto tables off this utility box into tables, but then Damian Priest grabbed Drew McIntyre and South to Heaven chokeslam through the tables, and they were out back there for the rest of the match. And then Jacob Fatu and LA Knight were kind of cooking in the ring. Jacob Fatu got hit with a BFT a couple times. Then LA Knight did the Megastar elbow standing up, where he did 1, 2, and then he did the eligible drop when Jacob Fatu was still standing. Then he did two when he was on the ground. Then they ended up someone on the outside, punching him. Then he put Jacob Fatu on the announcer's table, was about to hit the Megastar elbow drop, but Solo Sikoa pulled Jacob Fatu off the announcer's table, and LA Knight was about to start fighting him until a mystery person attacked LA Knight, and we found out it was Jeff Cobb, I think. That's his name. I don't know anything about him. All I know is he's new. I don't know what promotion he's from. Don't know if he's related to the Bloodline. Probably. Who knows? Where did he come from? Has he held any titles? Is he any good? But he did take out LA Knight, slamming into the LED post, doing a whole cross body on the LED post on LA Knight, and then Jake Fatu took advantage, hitting the moonsault, the double jump springboard moonsault. 1, 2, 3. Still United States champion, but Jacob Fatu did not look happy. He looked like he was confused, a little bit upset, and now he probably doesn't trust Solo Sikoa, which I wouldn't blame him, because if Solo brought in someone that he didn't know and he didn't know he was gonna do, then yeah. But I think on SmackDown we should get a lot of questions answered. Like, I'm gonna feel like this is probably the start of the tension. Obviously, they've already been building it up for the past couple of weeks, the tension between Jacob and Solo. But I think there's gonna be serious tension now, where you can barely fit a knife through it. I mean, I think this is where they start clashing heads, who has more power. Though I thought this was pretty solid, fail 4-1 match, and I thought it was a W match itself. So congratulations on Jacob Fatu for still winning his championship back. Anyway, next match was the Women's Intercontinental Champion match versus Becky Lynch and Lyra Valkyria. Again, I was busy, so I barely caught a lot of this match. I caught like the mid to end of the match, which I thought when I saw the match was pretty good. Becky doing her heel tactics, doing roll-ups, doing all this stuff, poking, doing the heel tactics as she does. I saw that the top turnbuckle, what's it called, got ripped off the thing, and Becky launched Lyra into the second one, not the exposed one, and hit like 3-man handle slams on Lyra, but Lyra kicked out all of them. Lyra hit her finisher on Becky when the ref was trying to fix the turnbuckle, but then she ended up kicking out at 2 when the referee realized that she was being pinned. And at the end of the match, it looked like, and then Becky kind of lost her mind. It also kind of looked like Lyra had something like looked like she injured her nose. Not real, I don't think. But then eventually, when Becky tried to roll up Lyra took advantage, rolled up Becky, and 1, 2, 3, still your women's Intercontinental Champion, Lyra Valkyria. But Becky crashed out, put her in a disarm her, and WWE officials had to try to break it up. They ended up doing it, but then I think one more Manhell Slam happened. But congratulations to Lyra still being champion, and I believe this is setting up another match at Saturday night's main event. Don't quote me on that. I feel like that is where it's going to set up. Also, I feel like that's where will be a perfect time to have new champion change, because think about this. If Becky wins at Saturday night's main event, it changes the mold of what Saturday Night Main Event is. Because people already say it's a house show. Doesn't matter. When you have a championship match, it's just going to be the same person walking in, walking out, is it? I think if they have this Saturday Night Main Event and have Becky win, it probably could change the whole dynamic and whole feeling about Saturday Night Main Event. It's not just a house show. It's not just a show where you have a wrestling match and the champion wins. I think it will change the feeling and make it more unpredictable. That's my opinion. But what you guys think in the comments below. But I thought this was a very solid match. And I don't think this is the end for the rivalry of Becky Lynch and Lyra. I think there's at least 2 to 3 more matches left, and I could see this ending at SummerSlam. That's my opinion. Also, I know in late June, the Night of Champions PLE is coming back. So they could have it there, but I don't know. What do you guys think? Comment below. But anyway, next match was the Dirty Dominic Mysterio defending his Intercontinental Champion against the Blue Smurf, Papa Smurf, Penta. I thought personally, this match was good without any of the interferences. Though Penta really did end up looking like a Smurf. You cannot lie, he was Papa Smurf according to Dominic Mysterio. I thought Theory had some crazy moments. I thought the outside apron spot where Penta did the Canadian Destroyer on Dom, that was pretty cool. Dom hitting a 619 stuff. One thing I didn't like about this match is Penta did not hit a Penta driver on Dominic Mysterio, which was great news. But then Dom, of course, hit some his famous drop kicks, hit some 619s, did his move. Then eventually they ended up going outside, and then Penta decided to go flying, doing a crossbody from the LED, standing on the LED post, and just diving off it and hoping Dom catches him. And another stuff, Dom did this crazy dive from the outside, but instead of a regular dive, he turned it into a DDT, which was a nasty move, not gonna lie. That's crazy. But then eventually, after the Canadian Destroyer on the apron, the hardest part of the ring, by the way, of course, Carlito started running down, distracting the referee, and then JD and Finn took Penta to about him, but then Finn says, "No, I'm gonna grab a chair." But Finn took too long, and the referee just got back and he said, You, out of here!" And then eventually it did not work out, and then eventually they both Dom and Penta both got in the ring, but then Finn went back on the apron, tried to get in the ring, but the referee was distracted. When Penta was on the top rope, El Grande Americano had that little came out, had that little, what's it called, that metal piece in his mask, headbutt Penta. He fell out. Then Dom took advantage, and then hit him with a froggy splash. And 1, 2, 3, still your Intercontinental Champion in a clean victory. No cheating, no nothing. Dom is still your WWE champ or Intercontinental Champion, and the greatest luchador, greatest Mysterio, greatest Intercontinental Champion of all time, keeps his championship reign intact. And let me just tell you, he did it clean. No interference, no nothing. Just a clean victory. Just like how he's a very clean man. This was W's for this dude, bro. The courage, the gut that took this man to win his championship and keep his championship. Congratulations to you, Dom. You definitely deserve this victory. Anyway, next match was the Pat McAfee versus Gunther match, and this match was kind of past my expectations a little bit. It did what I wanted to do. I wanted Pat McAfee to get offense, and I didn't want people wanting Pat McAfee to get zero offense, just a complete squash match. He gets a couple drop kicks in, and this was like an hour and a 5-minute match. That's what people wanted. I wanted this to be an actual complete match because there was no reason else to put it on Backlash if it's just gonna be a 5-minute squash match, if you know what I'm saying. This had a bunch of storytelling, a great, awesome wrestling, and some awesomeness. I thought it was cool to see Pat not afraid to give chops to Gunther, getting Gunther's chops back, clothesline. I thought it was nasty how when Gunther hit Pat McAfee with clothesline, Pat McAfee landed on his head. Hopefully he's okay with that one. A bunch of chops actually from Gunther and Pat. Pat gave Gunther a couple chops. I heard from Jamaica. Gunther gave chops to Pat, which I heard that from Absolute Vienna, Austria. I heard that I heard that from my great grandfather's home in Vienna. I'm not even joking. I'm not even joking. It was a pretty solid match. Gunther try to get locked in a sleeper hold for a minute, but then Pat ended up was about to pass out, but he fought back, got out of it. What else did happen? And then eventually, he had the Boston Crab in on Pat. Pat tried to get the ropes when Michael Cole was like, come on, Pat, you can do it, Pat. And then Pat tried to reach rope, but Gunther took his leg, put him in the STF, and then Michael Cole got on Gunther's nerves, and basically Gunther took Michael Cole, threw him on the ring, tried to put him in a powerbomb, but Pat McAfee got him, and then put him in a sleeper hold, and then tried to roll him in the old counter roll, but Gunther kicked out. But then eventually it all went bad. It all went bad when my boy Pat McAfee got hit with a nasty clothesline landing on his head, and then pretty sure being choked out in a sleeper hold, if I'm not sure myself. I'm actually going to check that right now to see how that match ended. I could be wrong, but I'm like 99% sure that's how the match finished. Anyway, let me see. Hold on, where is it? I'm pretty sure. What's it called? It's gonna happen. Let me look it up. Where is it? Okay, WWE. Okay. Pat McAfee. I'm gonna go to WWE's Twitter. Yeet. Where is it? Gunther versus Pat. Hold on. Can't find it. I forget how the match ended. Hold on. Yeah. Also, by the way, Gunther did a. Oh yeah. Anyway, well, speaking of Pat actually helped Gunther, or no, Michael Cole helped helped Pat after when Gunther did a suplex from the outside into the ring, but Pat McAfee pinned him, and then Michael Cole grabbed Gunther's foot. That's pretty cool. Uh, I don't even care. I don't even care how that match finished. I'm pretty sure either Gunther pinned Pat or Pat tapped out. But anyway, Gunther shook Pat McAfee's hand. They had a nice shaking, and then Gunther left, and that's how the match finished. That's all I have to say. I don't care. Next match was the one last time the Undisputed Champion versus Randy Orton. And let me just tell you, I did say that this match was gonna be a bad match, and I absolutely take didn't I take my word back. John Cena proved that he can still go in the ring. Randy Orton proved that he can carry John Cena during a match, because this match, without all the shenanigans, was just beautiful. It was a nice match. They started off with, of course, the lockups, the classic stuff, and then, of course, John Cena started doing his 5 moves of doom. Randy did his comeback moves. I think it was crazy. Like the first AA of the match, John Cena picked Randy Orton for AA, but then got countered into it, RKO, and then Randy Orton didn't pivot and try to pin him, and then eventually Randy hit RKO when John Cena ran the ropes, tried to do his shoulder tackle, his second move of Dome, but got caught with an RKO. Randy didn't pin him there. That was the first RKO. And then, of course, John Cena did his 5 moves and tried to do his 5 moves of doom again. Then Randy Orton eventually hit his, of course, his legendary DDT where he does ooh on the thing. But then the ref got knocked down, and that was all started the shenanigans, because then John Cena tried to grab his championship, but then got hit with an RKO after grabbing his championship, but the referee counted 1, 2. John Cena kicked out, and then they ended up on the outside. Randy was starting arguing with the referee after John Cena tried to do after Randy Orton tried to put John Cena through a table attitude adjustment on the table, the announcer's table, but the table didn't break. It took a minute until John Cena knocked over the leg, and the table just collapsed after that. John Cena hit it and then slid off. That's how hard that table was. And then eventually Randy started arguing with the referee. Randy gets pushed into the referee by John Cena. Referee gets hit in the head gets hit by steel steps when he falls back. Then John Cena tries to take out Randy, but then it didn't work out, because eventually Randy Orton pulled the table out, set the table out, and then attitude adjustment. John Cena threw the table, then took a sip of Prime Super Sour Nova. Thought it was pretty trash, probably because it's trash. Slides him back in the ring, tries to go for a punt kick, but then R-Truth slides in the ring. R-Truth slides in the ring. Oh, and really no. Actually, before that, let's go back to Actually, you know what? No, what's that? No. R-Truth. No. Wait, no. Actually, before R-Truth slides in the ring to stop the punt kick from Cena, accidentally, because there was another referee who Randy was arguing in the ring after he said that was a 3 count to John Cena, because when he RKO'd him and it didn't work out. John Cena hit the referee with a championship, and guess what? Not another referee went down, right? Not another referee came out, right? After, I don't know, Randy Orton RKO'd John Cena right after he got hit the referee with the championship. No, not another referee came down. No, it was WWE officials. It was Nick Aldis, Jamie Noble, Jason Jordan, all those officials, you know what I'm saying? Came out to check on the referee that got hit with the championship. Are you okay? I know WWE isn't trying to trick me. I know WWE isn't trying to trick me that there is not another referee back there that can help count that thing. But then Randy Orton crashed out, RKO'd Nick Aldis, Jamie Noble, Jason Jordan, and everybody in that backstage. And then he got voices in his head telling him to punch Cena. He tries to punch Cena, but R-Truth slides in, and Randy got mad, and he just RKO'd Truth. And then, of course, he said, "Why, Truth? Why, Truth?" And then John Cena low blowed Randy Orton, hits him with the championship. 1, 2, 3, and the referee who got hit with the steel steps somehow finally got up and pinned the 1, 2, 3. John Cena is still the champion, and then he cut a promo saying this is what the real last champion looks like. And then for like 5 minutes after the match, he was just standing there in the ring after the crowd was saying, "Thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena. Thank you, Cena." And the crowd he was just sitting there like, what did I do? Like, it looked like, what did he do? It felt like someone like was gonna coming out, like maybe Punk, maybe Cody or something. Like someone was gonna attack him or something in the ring. But no, he was like, and when he got out of the ring, he put his championship on the ring. He was like, it's like he was like realizing that what he's been doing is not good, and like he's like slowly turning back to the good side. But then he just walked out and saying nothing, and I just saw that he had the press conference. I don't know what he said in the press conference, but like he looked like he was starting to turn back good because he was like confused what he was. It was like his face looked like he was like reconsidering everything he was just doing, and it was kind of confusing. I don't know. Maybe he was just throwing us off and making us confused. But was I the only one who am I the only one who thinks that maybe this is like a face turn? Like he's realizing the stuff he was doing, like Cody, what he did to Orton, like is it kind of coming back? I don't know. Like, I don't know what they're going here with. Like, that was kind of weird. And are they going to ignore that or what? I don't know. What do you guys think about it in the comments below? Anyway, that's all I have for guys for Backlash. And let me just tell you, Backlash was 100 times better than WrestleMania. Especially this match. This finally proved that John Cena can go in the ring. Congratulations. Anyway, have a beautiful rest of the day. See you tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoy Backlash. Anyway, bye.